Hi everyone, I'm Niniri and I will be your Archon for today. Please beware, this video contains Endwalker spoilers. Few things have been more culturally influential in Eorzea for the last 3 astral eras than the faith of the 12. A grouping of gods worshipped almost universally within the continent, the 12 are diverse and interesting beings or concepts. With the reveal of the title of Azem being a part of the convocation of 14 in Shadowbringers, a number of fans began to draw links between Azem, Azim, the god of the steppe, and Azema, the god of the 12 who presides over the sun, a trait that Azema shares with Azim. Fans have not been the only ones to theorize this, however, as upon learning of Azem, Urianger also has an additional line of dialogue in which he discusses this theoretical connection. In this video, we at the Eorzean archives will be attempting to lay out a wider series of connections between the 12 and the 14. We should emphasize, however, that this is only a theory, and later revelations in the game could prove it entirely wrong. Either way, please enjoy the video and make up your own minds. If you have your own theories, please leave them in the comments below. Just as a preliminary note, in this video I will be excluding Elidibus from the analysis because he and his title were relatively recent additions to the convocation, at least in my estimation, and had a purpose that stood very much apart from the other members. So first of all, Mitron. I'm choosing to link Mitron to Lumlayen largely because of Mitron's role as the convocation specialist in aquatic life and Lumlayen's responsibility as the Watcher of the Seas. Logrif. I am linking Logrif, or Gaia as we know her, with Nofika. This is because of Logrif's role as a specialist in terrestrial life and husbandry, while Nofika is associated with life and agriculture, and in the creation myth of the 12 took personal offence to Hydaelyn slaying the creatures of the land. Gaia is, of course, also a primordial deity of the earth and of life in Greek mythology, which reflects Nofika's own nature. I associate Lahabre with Nald, the life-presiding half of Naldtal. This is largely because of his overt associations with fire, while Nald and his brothers are deities of flame, and because Lahabre's role as a master of creation magics suits a deity of life and the living. Ultima. Ultima was the patron of the arts within Unsundered Aetheris, so I link them with Biragod, who is the god of the arts in Eorzea. Iggyon was the champion of enlightenment and rhetoric, a title that would befit any esteemed Greek scholar and philosopher, so I link her with Thaliak as a deity of knowledge and wisdom himself. Emmit Selk was the keeper of the ethereal realm, a mage of superlative skill who bore the real name Hades, a god of the underworld. So then, who better to pair him with than Thal, the half of Naldtal associated with death and the underworld? Naldtal is also frequently associated with mages and with arcane prowess, which Emmit Selk himself, of course, demonstrated to the nth degree. Fandaniel might be a little harder to categorise than some of his fellow convocation members, but I've chosen Menfina for a number of reasons. First, few beings would be more capable of embodying love than priest-sundering Hermes and Fandaniel, almost to a fault, of course. He also had a deep interest in studying and exploring the depths of space, which could link him further to associations with the moon. Azem is a fairly clear shoe-in for the position of Azema. I'm linking Nabriales with Althek primarily due to Nabriales' tendency to use magic that alters or controls time, while Althek is a deity of time. Nabriales also manipulates space-related magics like meteor spells, and Althek is a deity of space and of stars and similar things. Unfortunately, Nabriales is one of only 2 titles whose role in the convocation we don't know. We don't know what Nabriales was responsible for, so future information is very hard to come by. Out of the convocation, that leaves a number of unclear ones, who we struggle to categorise at this current point. Halmarut, the specialist in plant and fungal life, Emeralorth, specialist in medicine and healing, Pashtarat, preserver of discipline and order, and the Udalaphon, whose role we do not know. Out of the 12, we have Oshan, Naimea, Hydaelyn, and Ralga. Oshan would be the obvious choice for Azem as a wanderer, if not for Azema. Ultimately, I have chosen Hydaelyn for Pashtarot, as the two roles likely have some overlap in terms of martial prowess, and Helon's visage in modern Eorzean is very much associated with stringent lawfulness and orthodoxy and order. The others then are less mysterious, but just going off of my personal impulse, I might suggest Oshan for Halmarut, Naimea for Emeralolth, and thus Ralga for Dudalathon. But there is very little evidence to support any of these three. And so, that about wraps things up for the 12 and the convocation, at least for now. Although this theory does have a number of pieces of evidence to support it, it is by no means conclusive, and other ones are also engaging, such as the early allies of Vanar becoming or being remembered as the 12. Either way, we hope that you enjoyed this video, and please do feel free to discuss your own theories in the comments below or on our Discord, which we will link in the description.
This content was brought to you by the Eorzean Archives. If you enjoyed this video, help us please the 12 by leaving a like and subscribing for new content every Thursday, and comment down below with any topic you'd like to see our archons cover in the future. For even more content, discussion, and exclusives, please check out our Discord and consider supporting us on Patreon.